Yeah. King in here. Keep us on this. Yes, yo, that's my baby. That's my baby. Get it?
Tell me. It been 20 years, bro. It been 20 years. I figure if I wasn't built like that, it'll show by now. It been 20 years, bro. I done faced every challenge motherfucker that like to throw at me, man. You ain't seen me fold, you ain't seen me break.
I need that at the
This time it ain't about no late night brawls or court drama. This one's way wilder. King's own baby mama just set the internet on fire after allegedly dropping what fans are calling a gay tape of him. And just when it couldn't get any hotter, Boosie slid in laughing, taking shots at T.I about how he raised his son. Whether that tape's real or fake doesn't even matter, because the internet runs in a mess. Those whispers about King's sexuality have been out there for years. People have been saying he looked a little fruity. People have been claiming that the baby was just a cover story. And now, this supposed leak just reignited every rumor like a match to gasoline. And it only gets nastier. Fans are digging up old gossip from every corner. Some are throwing around claims that King ain't even the real dad of his child, while others say his baby mama had the kid just to secure that Harris check.
So what I'm saying is, they wasn't
talk like that outside.
Hey, I can talk how the fuck I want to wherever I'm at. I'm on live, shawty. Stop talking to me. Stop talking to me. This ain't your fucking restaurant. This ain't your fucking restaurant. Everything you make, I can pull out my pocket right now. I ain't tripping on you. I ain't tripping. Get the hell out of my face. I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you.
Stop talking to him, please.
Who the hell is he? What's your name?
What's your name?
My name King. You know it and your mama know it. Tell your mama Happy Mother's Day. Tell your mama Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. Fire out your shit.
Come back.
What? On game what? On game what? Come here. Come here. I'll show you what I do. Come here. I'll show you what I do. Come here. Come here. Come on.
And the
On top of that, critics swear King's been playing dress up in a gangster lifestyle he never lived. And Boosie jumping in just cranked it all up. Instead of firing at King directly, Boosie threw shade at T.I, sending a clear message. This ain't just petty gossip, this is family beef at its finest. But here's the kicker. Before that whole tape ever hit the blogs, King was already drowning in baby drama. From the second his baby mama announced she was pregnant, people were side-eyeing the situation heavily. The loudest thing everybody pointed out, she's older than him. That fact alone had the internet roasting her, calling her out like, "Girl, you knew exactly what you were doing." Then came that viral clip, King, his baby mama, and their newborn, that had folks debating nonstop about what was really going on. Then the money talk took over. People swore up and down she only had that baby to lock in the Harris name. They said she saw the fame, the clout, the money, and she moved quickly to secure it. True or not, the comments wouldn't stop pouring in.
and King Harris being read his rights.
If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you before any questioning if you wish. You can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not answer any of my questions or make any statements. So my question to you is, I found just a non-felony in that ashtray in the back, as well as in that basketball sleeve. So I'm gonna go over here and talk to these guys, and someone has to get charged with it. It's not you.
No, I'm not talking.
You're not gonna talk to me? I gotcha. Do you have any questions for me?
I don't.
You need anything to go with you?
My phone.
Your phone? Where's your phone at?
In the car.
We're in the car.
You search you. See?
I'm not looking for phones, I'm looking for drugs and guns.
Ask me know my phone is.
What kind of phone is it?
What color is your phone?
It's a pink.
And when that baby finally came, instead of shutting the whispers down, the chatter got even louder, with folks convinced the story just wasn't adding up at all. The internet showed no mercy, Comments were flying like, "He doesn't even look like a king," while others swore King was just trying too hard to prove he was grown. That's when King clapped back online, proudly calling the baby his twin and insisting, "He looks just like me." He even doubled down, posting up pics with captions like, "Y'all can't tell me this ain't mine." But here's the wild twist. The more the King tried to convince everybody the baby was his, the less people believed him. And it wasn't just about the baby's features. This tied right back to those old whispers about King's sexuality that had been circling for years. So when that pregnancy news first hit, a lot of fans instantly said, "He's just trying to prove a point."
I gotta say something about you, bro. Dwayne Wade, you gone too fucking far, dog. That is a male. A 12-year-old. At 12, they don't even know what their next meal gonna be. They don't have it figured out yet. He might meet a woman, anything at 16 and fall in love with her. But it's be gone. How you gon' like, bro, you going too far, dog. Don't cut his off, bro. Like, bro, for real. If he gonna be gay, let him be gay. But don't cut his off, bro.
And now with that so-called tape floating around, those same folks are digging up receipts claiming, "See? That baby was part of the plan from the start to shut the rumors down." That's when the whole conversation flipped. Because while some folks clowned him over the paternity mess, others pointed out this wasn't even King's first time being accused of fronting. For years, people have been saying King was play-acting that gangster role, talking tough, jumping into beef, acting like he came straight out the trenches. But then reality hits. He's T.I. and Tiny's son. He grew up with money, comfort, and spent most of his childhood laid up at his grandma's house. Ain't nothing wrong with that, but it doesn't exactly scream, "I came up from the struggle." And King even admitted it himself. He openly said he grew up at his grandma's crib. So now, every time he hops online barking about being good, the comments flood in. Be real. They say he's forcing this street persona to hide the fact he doesn't fit that role at all. At this point, it looks like King's trapped fighting two wars at once, trying to prove he's a legit father and a legit gangster. But instead of earning respect, the doubts just keep stacking higher. And then came the spiral that made everything worse. Those infamous Waffle House clips exploded online, showing King snapping on employees right in the middle of the restaurant. He was screaming, talking reckless, threatening staff. And the internet couldn't believe this was T.I. and Tiny's son going off like that over a late-night meal. But the craziest part, his own pops jumped on Liv the very next day, basically calling him out.
With my grandma, we'll go to the house on like a weekend. They'll say, "Hey, we shooting today. We need y'all at the house." They'll come get me from my grandma's house. And right after we done, when them cameras go off, I'm right back to my grandma's house. Yep.
I admitted he couldn't wrap his head around why his son was beefing with a short-order cook in the first place. He said he and King's uncles already tried drilling it into him, reminding him he's living a lifestyle most people only dream of. So why drop down and throw hands with folks just out here working a job? Clearly that lesson never sank in, because King's name just kept landing in headlines for all the wrong reasons. The biggest bombshell? His arrest footage dropped online, showing exactly what went down back in 2024 when he got stopped in Georgia. Cops said he nearly smashed into a squad car pulling out of a gas station, and when they pulled him over, the whole car reeked of weed. To make it worse, he had a gun sitting right there on his hip. And when they ran his name, they found out he had an active warrant hanging over his head since way back in 2022. That warrant wasn't light either. It was tied to speeding, driving with a suspended license, and even a DUI. The court told him to show up, but he skipped out, leaving that warrant just sitting there waiting to catch him slipping. In the video, you see officers yanking him out of the car, cuffing him up, and hauling him straight to county jail. And while King didn't wild out, he actually stayed calm. The internet ate it up like a movie. To them, this was just more proof his life was spinning out fast. At that point, fans weren't just calling him reckless anymore. They were saying his whole public spiral, from the Waffle House fight to missing court to getting locked up, was really just him running from rumors he couldn't shake. And just when people thought the circus couldn't get any messier, boom! That so-called tape hit the blogs. And you already know who had to jump into the middle of it. Boosie. He just couldn't stay quiet. Instead of letting the situation play out, he allegedly started clowning T.I, throwing slick shots about how his son wound up in this mess. And the internet clocked it quick. It wasn't really about King, it was a jab straight at T.I. That's what made it even more scandalous, because Boosie ain't just some random troll online. This is the same Boosie who's built a whole rep off stirring up controversy, especially when it comes to sexuality. Don't forget, he had to apologize to his own daughter, Ivoina, after making homophobic comments when she came out as gay. He jumped on Instagram, tried to clean it up, said sorry. But everybody knew he meant what he said the first time. So when people saw Boosie jumping into King's mess, the internet wasted no time calling him out. They were like, ain't this the pot calling the kettle black? You got your own family drama and reckless comments to deal with, yet you clowning somebody else's kid? And here's where it gets even messier. Boosie's life hasn't exactly been smooth sailing either. Don't forget, he just snatched up a plea deal on those gun charges, and if anything slips, he could easily find himself right back behind bars. So the fact that he's out here trolling T.I. while his own future's hanging by a thread, that shows this ain't just about King, this is personal heat. And if you've been watching closely, you already know T.I. and Boosie have been walking on shaky ground for years. To really get why Boosie couldn't resist jumping in, you gotta rewind the story and see how the feud first sparked. It all started when Boosie went viral for his rant about Dwayne Wade's daughter after she came out as transgender. The internet flamed him for being openly transphobic. And guess who stepped up? T.I. ! Tip hopped on Instagram, telling Boosie to stay in his lane and stop obsessing over another man's child. That moment planted the seed for everything that came after. Not long after, Boosie came back swinging, this time calling T.I. a snitch over his old federal gun case. And you already know Tip wasn't gonna let that fly. He clapped back saying nobody was gonna disrespect his family, and he was ready to stand on business if Boosie pushed it further. From there, the shots got uglier. That summer, Boosie turned his attention to T.I.'s parenting, especially that infamous situation where T.I. admitted he once took his daughter to the gynecologist. Boosie called him out, saying he was controlling and out of pocket. But Tip wasn't having it. He fired back fast, saying Boosie was the last man alive who should be giving out parenting advice. And that's when things fully spiraled. They weren't just tossing shade about family anymore. They were digging at each other's street credibility, questioning manhood, even tossing around snitch talk. At that point, it was obvious. This wasn't just rap banter, this was personal warfare. For a minute, it looked like the tension cooled off. Both jumped online claiming it was water under the bridge. But by 2023, that old feud sparked right back to life. Boosie straight up accused T.I. of not holding him down during his own legal mess, and Tip wasn't having it. He made it clear he was done playing babysitter. He wasn't about to defend a man who kept disrespecting him at every turn. So now, fast forward to today, it all adds up. Boosie jumping into King's scandal wasn't random, and it wasn't just him fishing for clout. It was his shot to jab T.I. right in the heart.
Bro, I mean, of course I spoke to my son. You know, me and his uncles. You know, we were perplexed by his necessity to go back and forth with the short order cook. I didn't understand why he felt he needed to stop what he was doing to engage someone who was at such another level of life. Now, I had to explain to him that, you know, when people are not living the way they hope they would live, and here you is walking in with so much freedom and luxury, and you know, people gonna posture themselves a certain way. So therefore, you're gonna have to enjoy your life. You're gonna have to remove yourself from that energy and go enjoy.
And with King already drowning in internet chaos, Boosie couldn't resist sliding in. As soon as that alleged tape started making rounds and Boosie threw in his 2 cents, the internet went savage on King. And some of the comments, straight cold-blooded. One person dropped, "He was always weird looking to me. Too bad he took after Tiny and not T.I." That cut deep, because people have been roasting King's looks since he was young, constantly comparing him to his parents. Then another commenter went even harsher, writing, "He looks like that clown always trying to end Bart Simpson, Sideshow Bob." And just like that, the internet ran wild with it. Memes popped up everywhere. side-by-side comparisons flooding the timeline. But the line that really flipped everything? Somebody typed, "King about to be queen." That one caught fire instantly, taking things from regular trolling to straight-up humiliation. And overnight, King became the internet's favorite punchline. That was the comment that sent everything into overdrive, because it didn't just clown King's image, it ripped open those old whispers about his sexuality that people have been throwing around for years. And that's what makes this whole situation way bigger than a random leaked clip. The internet's reaction proved those questions about King's identity never really went away. With Boosie out here adding fuel to the fire, the gossip turned into something way deeper and way more personal. At this point, it ain't just about King anymore. It's about family pride, old scars, and a long-standing grudge between T.I and Boosie that refuses to die. And now, King Harris is stuck right in the middle of a feud that looks like it won't be cooling down anytime soon. So tell me, was King unfairly dragged into his father's battle? Or is this just the price of being born in the spotlight? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button, share this with your people, and don't forget to subscribe. And I'll catch you on the next one.